Well, I almost daren't ask this, but what do you think of people like Damien Hirst and Banksy and the galleries and the way that the art world is set up and run?
It embarrasses me to be put in the same pigeonhole of being as an artist. I mean, there's nothing in it that I've seen. I haven't seen very much of it. But there's nothing that interests me at all that I find. I just think it's part of the Thatcher's children, aren't they? You know? They're just part of the whatever it is that makes so much of what goes on today loathsome.
But this earlier one,
the Dance Macabre.
Dance Macabre.
Yeah.
What does that title refer to?
Well, it's the Dance of Death, basically, and that goes way back through European mythology again. The actual imagery is not really related to that at all. One day I had time to kill in Paris, catching the train back at the Gare du Nord, and so I walked around and I found that there was actually a Rue de Budapest at the back, which I found very interesting, and then even more interesting, the fact was it was a street of brothels with the tarts outside waiting for clients to come. Very sunny summer afternoon, and on the other side were the mainly Arab-looking clients walking up and down, deciding where to go. And this whole thing was in the middle of the AIDS, and so evocative of the time and what was going on there, and so full of menace. But the actual image bears actually very little relation to that. That comes from two separate images. One which was a still life with a pear and a lemon, and the things on top was a telephone image mixed with a poster image I'd found in Budapest of a goose, and the other one is a cat. So there's a cat, goose and telephone on top. But, you know, this was a period when I was really just coming out of being a dyed-in-the-wool abstract painter, becoming very bored with my own abstract painting. A lot of the most interesting work being done anywhere was suddenly stopped being abstract, was becoming figurative. And so I was really only had sort of 1 foot in either camp at that time, because it was a big move. I mean, I'd spent sort of so many years as an abstract painter. I was very committed and very anti everything that was going on other than abstract painting, and gradually it's become more and more figurative. And for me, it was like throwing windows open and letting the light in. You know, I just suddenly found that there was a whole world out there that I found much more exciting and much more that I wanted to get involved with, and that remains the case.
Basically, the stone is cleaned of all old drawings and grease and everything by sanding it down. Then it's made sensitive to grease, and you draw on the stone with a grease stick or with a greasy tush as a liquid, or any number of things. Or you can I like working on stones very much because you can really it's very much a hands-on process. You can scrape away at it, you can change your mind, you can resensitize, re-grind the parts of it you don't like, and you really can mess around with it until you get what you want.
Bavarian limestone, which apparently is about the best limestone, also people tell me, used all over the world by lithographers from the invention of lithography in the 18th century. I mean, I've never seen stones this size, but they must have been a lot this size, certainly in the beginning of the 20th century, when the great masters of lithography, you know, the Lautrecs and Munchs worked, and those great poster artists whose work I love and revere. Before the invention of photolithography or silkscreen printing, it was hand-drawn lithographs in lithographic studios and printed by master printers, and these are the sort of stones that they use. They would have used these stones. I mean, to have access to them is such a privilege. I mean, when I first saw them in Hungary, I couldn't believe my luck.
Before Don't like it without the black, but with. With, it's good.